You'd never guess that the biggest retailer on the planet got its start with a World War II veteran and a beat-up general store in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. Sam Walton had just returned home from the war, itching to build something of his own, and he scraped together every penny he could, $5,000 of his own, plus a loan, to buy a Ben Franklin variety store in Newport, Arkansas. This wasn't some grand plan for global domination. It was a guy with a wife, Helen, and a hunger to treat customers right. Walton wasn't reinventing the wheel yet, but he was planting a seed. Sell more for less and treat your people like family. Little did he know, this tiny store would be the first step in a journey that would change how America shops, and later, how the world pays. What he didn't count on, though, was the fight he'd have to keep his little slice of the American dream just a few years down the road. Sam Walton learned the hard way that loyalty in business only goes so far, especially when you're renting. After turning that Newport Ben Franklin into a cash cow, he doubled sales in just 5 years. His landlord pulled a fast one. He refused to renew Walton's lease, opting instead to hand the store over to his own son. It was a gut punch, the kind that makes most folks pack it in and head home. But Walton wasn't most folks. He packed up his family, loaded their belongings into a station wagon, and hightailed it to Bentonville, his wife's hometown, to start over. This time, he bought a pair of Ben Franklin stores and doubled down on his philosophy: cut costs to pass savings to customers and pay his employees well enough to keep them invested. By 1962, he was ready to break free from the Ben Franklin brand entirely. On July 2, 1962, the first Walmart Discount City opened its doors in Rogers, Arkansas, with a sign that screamed, "Everyday low prices." The odds were stacked against him. Big retailers said a discount store in a small town would never last. But Walton had a hunch. That hunch would soon turn into a revolution, and he was already assembling the team that would help him pull it off. Sam Walton didn't build an empire alone. He built it with a ragtag crew of sharp, hungry folks who'd go on to be known as the Walmart Mafia. These weren't Ivy League MBAs. They were local guys with grit, people like Bob Bogle, Sam's first store manager, and Don Soderquist, who'd later become Walmart's COO and right-hand man. Walton recruited them with more than just a paycheck. He gave them a stake in the game, literally. He started a profit-sharing plan early on, letting employees own a piece of the company, a radical move in the retail world of the 60s. Take care of your associates, and they'll take care of the customers, Walton used to say, and it stuck. This crew wasn't just selling toothpaste and jeans. They were refining a system, tracking inventory like hawks, negotiating with suppliers to get the lowest possible prices, and staying lean enough to keep those everyday low prices intact. By 1970, Walmart had 38 stores across Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma, pulling in $44 million in sales. But to go from a regional player to a national powerhouse, Walton needed cash. And that meant taking the company public. The decision would change everything, but it also came with a whole new set of pressure. July 1st, 1970, was the day Walmart stopped being Sam Walton's little project and became a Wall Street darling. The company went public on the New York Stock Exchange, selling 300,000 shares at $16.50 each. Walton himself kept 61% of the company, but the IPO gave Walmart the cash it needed to explode across the country. For the average Joe who bought shares back then, it was a life-changing move. $1,000 invested at IPO would be worth over $10 million today. No joke. But going public wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Now Walton had shareholders breathing down his neck, demanding growth and profits, quarter after quarter. He didn't flinch, though. He just doubled down on the systems that got him there. The Walmart Mafia stepped up, too, expanding into new states and opening stores faster than competitors could keep up. By the end of the 70s, Walmart had 276 stores and $1.2 billion in sales. But the real game changer wasn't just more stores, it was the technology that would make Walmart the most efficient retailer on the planet. That tech would soon revolutionize not just retail, but how businesses handle money, too. While other retailers were still counting inventory with pen and paper, Sam Walton was building a tech empire that would leave them in the dust. The 80s were all about innovation for Walmart, starting with the Universal Product Code, UPC, the barcode we all take for granted today. Walmart was one of the first retailers to adopt barcodes nationwide, letting them track every item in every store in real time. But Walton didn't stop there. He invested millions in a satellite-based database system that connected every Walmart store to the company's headquarters in Bentonville. For the first time, managers could see exactly what was selling, how much was in stock, and when to reorder, all with the click of a button. This wasn't just retail tech, it was financial tech in disguise. By streamlining inventory and supply chain, Walmart cut waste, reduced costs, and freed up cash flow like never before. Competitors like Kmart and Sears were caught napping, still stuck in the old way of doing things. Walmart's efficiency meant they could offer lower prices than anyone else, and customers flocked to them. By 1987, Walmart had 980 stores and hit $15.9 billion in sales. But Walton had his eye on something bigger, going global. The first international Walmart opened in Mexico in 1991, but not before Walton faced one of his biggest personal challenges and passed the torch to the next generation. Sam Walton was diagnosed with bone marrow cancer in 1992, and he knew his time was limited, but he didn't slow down, not one bit. Before he died that April, he made sure the Walmart Mafia was ready to take the reins. David Glass, a longtime associate who'd worked his way up from store manager, became CEO, and he stayed true to Walton's vision while pushing the company to new heights. The 90s were all about growth, global growth, and supercenter. Walmart supercenters, which combined discount stores with full-service groceries, were a home run. Customers could buy everything from diapers to dinner in one stop, and Walmart's supply chain magic meant they could sell groceries cheaper than traditional supermarkets. By the end of the 90s, there were over 800 supercenters in the U.S. Internationally, Walmart expanded to Canada, China, the UK, and beyond. Though it wasn't always smooth sailing, their early foray into Germany was a flop, a rare misstep. But even with global expansion, Walmart was still refining its financial systems. The company's massive scale gave it leverage with suppliers, letting it negotiate better payment terms and even offer early payment discounts. This wasn't just retail, it was a masterclass in financial operations. By 2000, Walmart was the largest retailer in the world, with $191 billion in sales. But the 21st century would bring a new set of challenges and a new focus on financial technology that would change how millions of people pay. By the 2000s, Walmart wasn't just selling stuff. They were becoming a financial lifeline for millions of Americans who didn't have bank accounts. In 2003, the company launched Walmart Money Center, offering check cashing, money orders, bill pay, and Western Union transfers, all at a fraction of the cost of payday lenders or banks. It was a genius move. Walmart's stores were everywhere, especially in underserved areas, and suddenly, people who'd been shut out of the traditional banking system had a safe, affordable way to handle their money. But Walmart didn't stop there. They partnered with banks to offer prepaid debit cards, like the Walmart Money Card, which let users deposit paychecks, pay bills, and shop without a bank account. This was fintech before fintech was cool, democratizing financial services for the working class. By the 2010s, Walmart was processing billions in money transfers and serving over 12 million money card users. They even dabbled in mobile payments, launching Walmart Pay in 2015, which let customers pay with their phones using the Walmart app. It wasn't as flashy as Apple Pay or Google Pay, but it worked, leveraging Walmart's massive customer base to compete in the digital payment space. Competitors took notice. Banks started offering similar services, and fintech startups looked to Walmart's playbook for how to serve underserved markets. Walmart's impact on fintech wasn't just about new products. It was about proving that financial services could be accessible, affordable, and integrated into everyday life. The 2020s hit Walmart like a ton of bricks. COVID-19 shut down stores, disrupted supply chains, and forced the company to pivot faster than ever. But if there's one thing Walmart's history has taught us, it's that they thrive in chaos. They doubled down on e-commerce, ramping up curbside pickup and delivery to keep customers safe. But even in the middle of a pandemic, their fintech efforts didn't slow down. In 2021, Walmart acquired One, a fintech startup that offered high-yield savings accounts and cashback rewards, integrating it into the MoneyCard program to offer even more banking-like services. They also expanded their partnership with Affirm to offer buy now, pay later options, making big-ticket purchases more accessible for customers. These moves weren't just about keeping up with the times. They were about solidifying Walmart's position as a one-stop shop for both shopping and financial services. Today, Walmart operates over 10,500 stores in 24 countries, with $572 billion in annual sales. The Walmart Mafia's legacy lives on, too. Alumni have gone on to start their own companies, lead major retailers, and shape the fintech industry. Sam Walton's original vision, sell more for less, take care of your people, and treat customers like family, still guides the company. But the future holds new challenges. Competition from Amazon, regulatory scrutiny of their fintech operations, and the need to keep innovating in a fast-changing digital world. One thing's for sure, though, Walmart isn't going anywhere. They've come from a small town in Arkansas to change the world of retail and fintech. And whatever comes next, they'll face it the same way Sam Walton did, with grit, innovation, and a focus on the people who matter most, their customers and associates. If you loved this deep dive into Walmart's wild ride, be sure to subscribe. Next time, we'll tackle another legendary business story. Tell us in the comments which one you want to see first.